Ой, нема Ярик хуярин, блядь. Ярик, блядь! Ярик!
Slavs, our favorite vowel-phobic people of Eastern Europe that we first got to know during the migration period back in the day, when all the disgusting barbarians came here to sully our lands. Avars, Magyars, Huns, Goths, Vandals, Bulgars, and later the Slavs, who as it turns out did not come from the snowy fields of Siberia, but as we know from the Romans, they were called Venedi and lived around here. So basically they just moved a bit westward and southward. They moved to a house 2 blocks away and absorbed the cultures that lived in said house. They were not good neighbors. A couple of famines, wars and dissolutions later blessed the world with 13 Slavic countries. The big boy Slavic nation. Dashcam footage. The country. Russia is the first country that comes to mind when thinking about Slavic countries, because it's the biggest and the most populous. I remember when I was a kid, Russia was seen as this based country, non-conformity with the West and its gay-ass ideals. We had an image of Russians being these hoodlums with an Adidas tracksuit squatting outside the comic block, listening to hard bass while being drunk out of their mind and screaming Russia boo! How your views change when you're no longer 15. It feels like the Western world always has viewed Russia and its citizens as a bit strange, different and more traditional. Which I mean, it's true, kinda. They don't really seem to fit in with the rest of Europe, which is probably why they've been east-maxing for so long. Something that's worked quite well for them. Those expeditions to the West haven't been great, have they? We do not want your gas here. Take that to a fart fetish forum.
What's this, you fucking piece of
The breadbasket of Europe. Judging by the steep population decline here, I'm willing to bet Ukraine is the only country unironically worse to live in than Moldova. I'm willing to bet that neighboring country I just talked about has something to do with this. Or maybe it's the shit wages, I don't know. Interestingly, Ukrainians share the same origin as their neighbors, through the Kievan Rus, a state that bears the name of Ukraine's capital. Apart from exporting grain, Ukraine is also known for exporting large amounts of radiation. And pretty girls. Allegedly. I'm on the grind, too busy to talk to women.
Hello, Biden. It's Zelensky. We need 5 billion rockets.
The word Belarus literally means White Russia, which makes Belarusians White Russians. That's very interesting, like the fact that they are the only country in Europe to still practice capital punishment. So if you commence an immense amount of trolling in Belarus, there's a chance, albeit small, that you will get executed by a single shot in the back of your head. Even more interesting is the fact that Belarus is the only remaining country in Europe to still be a dictatorship. Debatable. A term its first and only leader embraces. A dictator that likes to put in a hat also likes giving his ass to Putin. Allegedly.
Ja pierdolę kurwa!
Enough with these depressed Eastern European Slavs. Let's take the walk to definitely Central Europe, Poland.
But what the hell?
I'm telling you, man, this place is a blessing to the world. I've seen so many videos of Polish people being completely unhinged that I'm convinced about 80% of Poles are a little autistic. Just a little bit. Enough to cook the most exquisite shitposts, like spinning Polish toilet. To be fair, if there's any country that deserves to be goofy, it's Poland. They've been invaded so many times without consent, it's not even funny. There's only one god in Czechia, and he doesn't live in the sky. No. God here takes the form of a peach-colored, cold, alcoholic beverage of sorts. A beverage that runs through their veins like the Holy Spirit. Damn, even their president is drunk. So yeah, Czechs hate God and love beer. And making adult videos for entertainment purposes. Slovakia is kinda like the younger twin step-sibling of Czechia. Slovaks are more Catholic, friendlier and live in more rural places than Czechs. But they're both racist though. We're slowly entering the promised lands. Slovenia, not to be confused with Slovakia if you're American. Slovenia is that part of the Yugoslav family that became a doctor. Got stacks, then returned for a family reunion, being all like, oh, how do you do guys? I got work tomorrow. Haha, look at these fame boys, not living in miserable shitholes like us. The Balkan Boomerang. A really unique looking place, combining a long Adriatic coast with the Dinaric Alps and the Pannonian Basin. Very beautiful places to visit here, such as the city of Dubrovnik, the filming site of Game of Thrones. What a shame they did all that stuff in the 1940s. Removers of kebab, others of cevapi. Quite famous for its fat basketball players and its rampant nationalism. Go to a random comment section right now and you'll probably see a Serbian and an Albanian fighting over the ownership of this piece of land here. They lost Kosovo and now they lost Tesla. From God's warriors to keyboard warriors. Ah, how far Serbia has fallen. They should go back to starting another world war. The Minesweeper.
Boom.
How this place even still functions is beyond me. So they got 3 presidents, each from the 3 nationalities of the country. There are 2 entities, Bosnia and Herzegovina, majority Bosnian, minority Croatian. And then there's Republika Srpska, mostly made up of Serbs. And then there's Brčko district, controlled by Bosnia and Srpska. But it's all one country, split in 2 with 3 presidents. Okay. What's funny is that they're all Bosnians. It's just that the Bosnian Bosnians are Muslim, the Bosnian Croatians are Catholic, and the Bosnian Serbs are Orthodox. That's it, that's the only difference. Religions that they don't even follow. The CEOs of Sleep. It's basically Serbia, but they're chill. They have beef with nobody, except African Americans.
Who decided to name a country Montenegro?
North Macedonia is a meme. These lot get bullied so fucking much, both online and IRL. Bulgaria claims that they are a fake ethnicity and that they should call themselves Bulgarian. Greece doesn't like their name or the fact that they claim that gay guy from Netflix as the national hero. And Albania says, oh, there's many Albanians here, so this country belongs to us. Leave them be, man.
You're in Bulgaria.
Ah, City 17. Bulgaria is the first country to adopt the Cyrillic alphabet, later adopted by many other Slavic countries. But ironically, Bulgaria is probably the least Slavic country. That's because, apart from the Slavs, they had 2 other ancestors. The Thracians, an ancient Balkan people group, and the Bulgars, a Turkic people group. It's what I mentioned in the beginning about how the migrating Slavic tribes integrated other cultures, customs and traditions into their own, meaning that today Slavs are more of a linguistic group rather than an ethnic group. Migrating, like what all 6 Bulgarians still remaining in their country will do come January 1st. Anyways, thanks for watching my Slavic country speedrun. Big shout out to other Slavic people groups that don't have a country. Not much to say about them, just, you know. I don't want any Kashubian to say that I forgot about them. Not your daddy, boss. Yeah, I think that's the end of the video. Jump scare.